where and when are organizations leveraging AI for risk and response workflows where you end up seeing a lot of impact in changing outcomes?
So AI, hopefully in your organization or how you use it, you're not using that to make your decisions. Hopefully you're leveraging AI and your humanness, your intuition, lived experience, war stories, what I call the domain translator, that subject matter expertise that we all have and bring to the table as the professionals we are. Leverage AI to help find the signal in the noise, the needle in the haystack. AI can analyze immense amount of data, analyze it, and bubble up, hopefully, an accurate assumption or summary of what we're experiencing so we can make decisions a little bit quicker. At the end of the day, though, humans own the outcome. If you're using AI for black box decision making, which is pretty much the way the tool works, it's a bit of a Wizard of Oz behind the black curtain, and we don't necessarily understand how it came to the results that it gave us. And that is risk. So when it analyzes data, again, using that domain translator, subject matter expertise, you know what is true, what isn't true, what is facts versus fiction, and does that align with the ethos of your organization? Is that the best way for you to get out of that crisis that you're in? So AI is a great tool for finding the signal in the noise, but is not the one that's going to solve the crisis for you. If anything, if you rely too heavily on it, it makes the crisis worse. I guest lecture at MIT, and I was really proud of this tabletop exercise I had designed using AI, and the group had selected a nuclear power plant explosion in the Denver area. Now, we don't necessarily have nuclear power plants really close to us, but there are some in the state. So I played along and using AI to craft a scenario on what does that look like? Again, lacking domain expertise, created this really cool video. And it was a massive explosion in downtown Denver, mushroom cloud and all. And I'm presenting that at the MIT Crisis Management Business Resilience course run by the former nuclear engineer. He is the domain expert in that. So I'm showing that video in class, proud Jason moment. Look at this cool thing I did with AI. I'm in front of this class, 60, 70 of my peers around the world. And he says, that's wrong. Oh. And I'm so glad he did that. Mortifying in the moment and, figuring out how to keep calm during crisis. That was my own personal crisis at the moment. But it reminded me, and it was a really important lesson of AI will take you down rabbit holes you're not prepared to be accountable for if you let it. I did something that I shouldn't have. I trusted AI too much, and it created a nuclear bomb explosion in downtown Denver, which, by the way, there's no nuclear reactors in Denver, so it shouldn't have been in downtown Denver. And when power plants have an event, like an explosion, it doesn't look like a nuclear bomb. Really cool visually, very impactful for my audience, but that was one of those lessons learned of AI will take you down rabbit holes confidently and set you up for embarrassing failures if you let it. And at that moment, I had let it.
What are the top 2 or 3 things organizations can do to get more out of their AI tools?
Educate your workforce. Always upskill your workforce. Those people who show up the day-to-day, remotely or in person, are your competitive advantage. They're the ones who allow your organization to grow or constrict. And you should think about how AI can help your key people, your people in your organization, do more to help amplify that competitive advantage that the people helped create and nurture within your organization. Also, governance is the foundation of AI in your organization. So strongly, I almost say, I demand that you have governance in place first before you think about running AI. Maybe a pilot project first, but you need to understand the do's and don'ts with AI in your organization, how that ties into your regulation. How does that impact third parties and things like that? How does it enable you to do more, maybe with less? The idea is you need to understand how AI can benefit your organization. It's a tool. It doesn't necessarily know the destination, doesn't understand the context and what success criteria is for your organization. You need to define that and then determine whether AI is appropriate in supporting that effort.